Not yet somehow. Yeah, looks like we are live. Says it's receiving my content. Gonna do team reviews. I'm on a different account just so I have friends space, and also because I'm trying to build a Max Kepler. Getting the team review order up. Getting that up so we can start doing team reviews in a minute or two once people join. We've got Melvin, Joey, TTV, Limphy, Emmanuel, Matthew, Steve. I'm sure we're going to have many others joining, but welcome to all of you so far. Tyler, dude, I've got to get you added to the list. And the list is honestly rather long, so it's... As crappy as it sounds, it's highly unlikely that I actually get that far today. No, this is my amazing real me account. Carson, I'll get you added as well, man. I'll link the list so you guys know what I'm dealing with. Throw it in the chat quick. For the top of the list is the person that's been waiting the longest. If it says gameplay only, whenever I do a gameplay stream, they're getting gameplay. If it doesn't, then they're waiting on a team review. If it says gameplay only, they probably also had their team reviewed recently. So, that's what we've got going down. Gardy, I can try, man. I'm going to start sending friend requests out to these teams in just a minute. Because I know I'm on a different account, so I probably need to get most of these people added. Joey, to answer your question, I do have you on the list. And I think looking at how long it is, I'll get to it. Oh, you're 18th? I mean, we've got 4 game-only people ahead of you, and odds are at least a couple of those people that are looking for team reviews don't make it. Alright, so friends list is full on orange. Going down the line, getting them sent out, because again, as much as I reasonably can, I want to preserve the integrity of the list. By the way, shameless self-promo here. If anyone has the July Live SC Max Kepler, I'm trying to build them, let me know. No, I know you're 16th, but you're also gameplay only, and I'm not gameplaying this stream. Because as you can see, I've got, 30 teams to review, and ideally I can get through more than 12 of them. The more I can get through, the better, because then I'll be more caught up and be able to do gameplays in the future. Tyler, I have you on the list, dude. I don't know if I'm going to get to you today, okay? I have to be brutally honest. Give you the answer you don't want to hear. Yeah, Steve, it's a huge list. Emmanuel, I do have you on the list. Alright, I'm going to get a few more people added. New York Yankees Gaming, your list is full, man, but you are the first team up for a team review. I'll send it one more time if you cleared out a spot. Still full. I see you, but guys, RWB team, not found. Oh yeah, that's right. He's red, white, blue team. Sending the friend requests out now while people get me added, and then we're gonna start. All right, we have hyper unicorns, and I don't expect everyone to be here. Oh, you're good, man. I'm gonna get through as much of the list as I can. I just know realistically, it's a lot to get through, and I don't want to make false promises. I'm hoping to get through 15 to 20 teams. All right, we have Iron Falcons on the pending list. Right? Or is he on the sent list? Mariota's, if you send it one more time, I'm just going to remove you from the list, man. Alright, Kung Lao. I don't remember if I have him on the list still. I'll leave it there. Alright. Once we get Yankees added, we're going to start. Noah, you can't say that, man. Noah, warning, if you say more swear words, I'm going to time you out, bud. I'm going to time you out if you do that again. How do I remove the message? I don't know. What? Matthew, you got Butler, Cousins, DeAndre. Nice, dude. Nice. There are at least 25 people on the list. Yeah, definitely. Alright, you sent me a request, Joe. I think I saw that. Yeah, I'll get you added, man. Laker, you sent a request. I will give you my best guess on if I will get to you today, to be perfectly honest. So, are you on the list? Yeah, you are. Honestly, you might be one more stream out. There's a small chance I get to you today, depending on if the other people ahead of you are not here. I won't say 100% no. I'd say about 30%, 70% with 30% no. Or sorry, 30% yes, 70% no. So not quite 50-50, but there is a chance. That being said, if Orange did get me added, we are going to start reviewing him. Champs, no, I did not. You are 6th or 7th on the list. I believe I sent you a friend request from this account. All right, Orange has me added. We're going to get our first team review in so we can keep getting through these teams, hopefully get caught up a little bit instead of have the list get longer. Not that I don't like the long list, but if we can get from like 30 people down to 20 people when you factor in people who come in and keep requesting team reviews, that would be pretty amazing. Because that would mean I'd get a lot of team reviews done and make a lot of people happy. Authentic 9-year-old, welcome to the stream. Tie Too Tight, welcome. Anyone I haven't welcomed is welcome. Christian, and I already know it's Jeffrey Liu. Welcome to the stream. Any good cheap starters that get A grades early? What do you mean by early? Jack Juke, I do play Overdrive. Honestly, I haven't played it as much the last couple days as I should have with no events. And really, like, they updated it, but the update didn't actually do anything yet. Welcome to the stream, but yes, I do. And once Ultimate Freeze is here, I'll probably do some more content Madden related. It's just been really dry right now. I did help Noah build his team. War card link. Yeah, let me get the war card link if you guys want that. Anyways, while I pull that up, I'm going to start reviewing this team. 21 Yankees players, so the 4 that are not, or up to 4, you've got James Paxton, who is a new Yankee. I believe that's Tommy Conley, and I believe he might be a Yankee now, too. It is Tommy Conley, who is a Yankee. When did he join the Yankees? So he was traded along with Todd Frazier a year and a half ago. Okay, that makes sense. So it's basically a Yankees deck, but with some non-Yankees players. You have Giancarlo Stanton, his Marlins version. So not a bad team. I know it would cost a lot to get to that next level with getting all the good Yankees versions of these players, especially some of them might not have good Yankees cards. So it's completely understandable. Should get Mariota on overdrive. Tyler, I already have Aaron Rodgers and Michael Vick. Yeah, tournaments I heard drop tomorrow. I'm probably going to at least try to do a tournament live stream. Authentic 9-year-old, I'll get you added to the list, man. It's very highly unlikely I get to reviewing your team today, but I will certainly get you queued into things. If I actually focus, that's the real question. I never hated you, man. Honestly, I never hated you. I just found you kind of annoying at the time. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't really hate people. It's hard for me to hate someone, but it is easy for me to get annoyed. Looking at Orange's team, though, with the Yankees team, Sabathia, Tanaka, Hat Packs, and good pitch mixes. Severino does not have that good of a pitch mix. But that being said, if you look at my Twins team, Liriano doesn't have a great pitch mix. Neither does, what's his name? Irvin Santana. But if those are the best players, sometimes you have to sacrifice pitch mix for having a pitcher with high enough command break stuff and velocity to really be effective. So that, I'm not going to question the Severino too much because there might not be a good replacement for him. Team is worth $30 billion. That's not too bad. I mean, especially for the Yankees, where they are, who they are. Plus 10 Conley. I mean, when you get a card to plus 10, he'll be pretty good. Jensen, welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you here. If we look at the other relievers, there is no lefty besides Chapman in this bullpen. The Yankees might not have the best lefty relievers out there, but I think they have like a Justin Wilson. Jensen, dude, you can scroll up a bit to find the list. Otherwise, I believe you are like 12 to 15 range, roughly. So if you're at the stream a little bit later on, there's a good chance I get to reviewing your team. Yeah, I would definitely get like a lefty Justin Wilson so you have a second lefty option, especially when your first one is Chapman, who in my opinion has a hittable pitch mix. Plus 9 Clippard should be nice. Batanz is good for velocity, but not the best pitch mix. Lee, welcome to the stream, or the muscle. Glad to have you here. Hope you've been well in the last week or so. I feel like it's been about a week. Nothing wrong with that, but I hope you've been well recently. I feel like I definitely forgot to message you on Instagram, which is completely my fault. I think just with the tournament starting, I was in over my head more than I wanted to admit, or more than I realized. Rodolfo, the list is somewhere further up in the chat. Here, I'll link it again. You can see where you see yourself, man, but I'm trying to focus more on the team reviews, actually get them done. Chad Green is solid righty. Robertson is solid righty. I would probably replace Betances with a lefty Justin Wilson. I don't know, RWB team. Welcome to the stream. You want me to guess? You're mad that the Cardinals got Goldschmidt. Best guess I have. You can fire back with whatever it is I was supposed to guess. PUBG Mobile won Game of the Year 2018. I mean, I played PUBG Mobile a little bit, and it wasn't that bad of a game. Would I give it Game of the Year? Probably not. Although I guess it really wasn't that bad. Glad to have you, Ian. Glad to have you. Alright, you had to do homework and you were at school. All good, man. All good. Looking at the hitting lineup, Gardner, solid in left field. Best one you're going to get for the Yankees. Judge in right and Stanton at DH. That works. Although if you have the right fielder Marlon Stanton, I'd say whoever has the better defense should be right field and the worst defense at DH. Thanks for the score update, Tyscum. Didi at short. I like his live SE card. PUBG, yeah, I mean, Fortnite Mobile just kind of sucks. Alright, Steve, get you on as play only. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. And in general, when I'm able to stream on weekends, that's when I'll have the gameplay. Honestly, recently, I haven't been able to stream on weekends like I'd like to, so that's why the gameplay part of things is kind of backed up. Alright, looking at the rest of this team, Granderson in center. Although his war cards from the Yankees are pretty good, so I won't question it too much. That's a nice card, especially at +10. You have Luke Voigt at first. He's very expensive, but the only good first baseman for, the Yankees. That's right, Rodolfo, you're in college too, or at least you take college classes. Hope Bio 110 goes well for you, man. Hopefully you're learning something useful. Alright, your account is called Alt Account. Get that thrown in there, Evan. We'll do that. Authentic, I have you on the list, man. It's just going to take a while to get through it. Andujar at third. Who else would the Yankees have at third? They would have Headley. I would honestly maybe go with the Chase Headley, third baseman for the Yankees. I was going to say this is a current roster, but then you have Robinson Cano. So I'd probably... Okay, Headley's off your bench. So I'm trusting you note and prefer Andujar to Headley. You have Gary Sanchez at catcher. Really, besides Jorge Posada, the only real catching option for the Yankees. And Cano at second. Good hitting second baseman. Not much speed, not much defense. You don't really need defense at second. Cubs are going to do nothing in the offseason. Dude, Pat Corbin to the Nationals does not make sense to me. Authentic, I have you on the list if you literally clicked the link in the chat and checked it out. Thing is that Corbin to the Nats means they probably won't be keeping Harper. And not to say Harper's that influential, but man, I don't know what that Nationals team is really playing for because they have a lot of older guys on big money contracts. But they're not the Dodgers. They're not the Yankees. Welcome to the stream, Pirates fan, by the way. Welcome to the stream. So, they're really not playing for anything, but they also keep spending money on guys. I mean, and from Corbin's perspective, I hope he knows the Nationals aren't going to compete. I think Corbin to the Phillies would have been a great fit. I genuinely dislike the Yankees. Apologies to Yankees fans. But, I mean, I was certainly happy to see the Yankees not get him. But, yeah. All right, for the bench, Ellsbury, great speed contact guy. And then Glaber, solid. Aaron Hicks, man, why couldn't he play halfway as good for the Twins as he does for the Yankees? I don't even remember what we got for him, but the Yankees won that trade no matter what. And then Andrew McCutchen. I would say try to convert the non-Yankees to Yankees versions of the cards. Am I getting triggered? What am I getting triggered by? That's the real question. I mean, the Yankees beat the Twins like all day, every year. So that, in terms of my hatred for the Yankees, it comes from that. I'm not gonna pretend it doesn't. I mean, when reviewing teams, I certainly, if anyone thought I was hating on that team because it's a Yankees team, I think it's a very nice Yankees team. And when it comes to judging it, I'm going to John Ryan Murphy. So the Twins got John Ryan Murphy, who they then traded for Gabriel Moya with the Diamondbacks. And Moya has been average at best for the Twins in half a year. It's just how the Twins run their team. The next Adam Thielen video will be out Sunday. I just didn't have the time to record one for last weekend. Indians get McCutchen. That could actually work. RWB team, that's not how the MLB works. Yeah, Man, I don't know, the Mariners, I don't understand that franchise. That team makes literally no sense, if I'm being honest. Alright, Good Time Sox I haven't seen yet. RWB team, it's your turn for a team review. Assuming that I have you added. It is now your team review. I've sent it to you, man, so if you accept it, we can get your team review going. Kim Sherwood, welcome to the stream. Brantley's a free agent. I hope he stays a free agent. RWB team, like I said, that's not how the MLB works. The MLB is not like the NBA where teams give up valuable assets to dump bad players. They could just release Ian Happ or whoever else. Yeah, I don't know why the Marlins won't trade JT Realmuto. I genuinely don't understand that. Mikey, are you on the list, man? Because honestly, I'm operating off the list. I'll get you added, man, but no, this is not the Plus 10 Twins account right now. This is an account I use to get free packs from logins and then to develop players that I then sell to myself. Yeah, I know Goldsmith's traded. I think the Cardinals won that trade. I mean, Luke Weaver's a good pitcher, but look at the last Cardinals starter to end up on the Diamondbacks by the name of Shelby Miller. Oh, wait, he's not on the Diamondbacks anymore. And Luke Weaver had a 4.95 ERA. Even his FIP was 4.45. He had a good 2017 when he started 10 games. When he started a full workload, he wasn't it, Chief. He wasn't it. Best I can say. And web ties live for Madden. I've got to stream MLB, man, but if people are wanting Madden, web ties live with Madden. I could do challenges. I mean, Tyler, the thing is a Hail Mary only challenge. That's literally just playing Overdrive and unranked mode and spamming a play. Saying focus, man. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. All right. KP Haas, I don't see here. Jawan, 15, get you added. You know, Giraffe Neck Mark with the trade review. I honestly find that I generally agree with his baseball opinion. I enjoy watching his videos. Jensen the Goat, dude, your username's not working, man. We'll get the muscle. I know Lee was here earlier. Alright, we got you added, red, white, blue. If you want a game as well, I'll keep you on the list gameplay only, but I'm doing the team reviews part right now. Okay, your team's different from the last time I've seen it, but it has been a while since I've actually seen it. Has been a while. I'll be on my plus 10 Twins account anytime that I'm doing, what's it called? Gameplay with the team reviews. When I'm just doing team reviews, I'm going to go on whatever account has space on the friends list. Favorite good pitcher to hit against in perfect inning 18. I love hitting Chris Sale. I love facing Chris Sale. I love facing Andrew Miller. Why should you add the new account? The only reason to add this account would be so I can see your team and review it. There's no real other reason to. So if your friends list is full, you can honestly delete one of my main accounts for now just to get the team review, and then we can switch back to getting a main account tomorrow. I know I looked in the league. I haven't seen you apply to it yet. Maybe you forgot. Maybe I checked like a day late and you joined someone else. Let me know either way as well, Lee. If you're still trying to join, we can work on that. Jeter, Babe Ruth, and Gehrig are not legends because Gameville's never going to pay for their image rights and likeness. Looking at red, white, blue team, he has 21-plus Cubs players. It looks like he has 21-plus Cubs players boosted. So Chavez and Edwards do need to be boosted. Wilson as well. And then Aaron Judge on the bench will probably be replaced with a Cubs player. Okay, you did yesterday. I feel like I just didn't check it in the last 24 hours. Completely my fault. I'll try to get on my Vikings account and get you added before maintenance. I will do my best to do that on an emulator. In the meantime, alright, you're waiting on me. Sounds good, man. I can definitely do my best to get that worked out in the next, hour and a half before maintenance starts. Okay, Tyler, good for you. Young Nikita's in Discord, red, white, blue team. You're not. Let me put it like that. It really works best if you are, but if you're not, then you're literally making me be a middleman, and I only have so much time in a day. That being said, your starting rotation, I think those are probably the 5 best starters you're going to get on a Cubs team. So with that in mind, you're not doing that bad. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse, but it also... Tyler, you are as Mariota's, man. You're just way down there. I know it's a long way to scroll, but you are down there. I just made it all the same size so you can see it. Oh, it says Jensen the GOAT without the second T. Alright, I'll try that. Looking at your bullpen, you have no lefties besides Chapman, my friend. Yeah, I think they have like a Montgomery. You're going to get Royschel soon. Is Royschel a lefty? Is he even a reliever? So Rick Royschel is a righty, and I believe he's a starter? Yeah, he's a starter. Not a bad card. I almost would focus on boosting your players and, again, getting a second lefty. Cishek with the sidearm action is nasty. Rendon looks really nice. Strope, not too bad. I'd say between Chavez and Edwards, I'd boost one of them. Get a lefty for the other one. Red catcher, I can try to get you added back to the list if you don't see yourself on there. You can check the list if you would like to. You can check the list if you would like to. Quality is probably so abysmally... No, it's good, man. I understand the question. So I'm streaming with Omelet Arcade. What I did with Omelet Arcade specifically is I set it to auto. If I didn't have it on auto, if I was using DU Recorder, it would lag. On Omelet, it would just straight up disconnect the stream, and I'd literally have to reconnect every 3 or 4 minutes, which would be ridiculous. Yeah, so red, white, blue team, I'd get a second lefty in your bullpen. Certainly, I'd focus on boosting up the players you don't have boosted yet. I know that you know that, but again, I'm trying to give an honest review. All right, Edge Luke, do I have you? Yeah, I have you on the list. I need to get the 29 on there. I do have you on the list already. Just might be next time. Hopefully, will still be this time. Looking at the hitting lineup, Fowler in center field, probably the best center fielder you're going to get. You have Zobrist in right, which means that you have Hayward off the bench. That's a little bit surprising. Yeah, absolutely, man. Still working on your hitting lineup a bit. Brian at third, no-brainer. Same with Rizzo at first. Kyle Schwarber in left field. That's interesting. I mean, he's a very good left fielder. I don't mean any disrespect to him when I say it's interesting. I don't know. Is there a way Zobrist could be your left fielder and then Hayward your right fielder? Although Schwarber with the power bat, he's going to have the nice stats. Gotta have Javi Baez at second. I'm not on the Javi Baez bandwagon like most other people are, but respect where respect's due. He's a very solid second baseman, especially on the Cubs lineup. Addison Russell at short. I mean, off the field issues are unfortunate, but he's solid. I guess I forgot Daniel Murphy can play second. Baez could play short. I'm not hating on Schwarber. I hope you know that, man. I hope that you honestly know I'm not trying to hate on Schwarber. I'm just trying to help think through things. And you kind of think by talking through things, seeing who is out there. All right, we just got you added to the club, by the way. Just got you added to the club. You can check on that if you're still here. Starlin Castro at DH or off the bench. Okay. Does he have the best hitting stats? I don't know for sure. I don't know. If he does, then absolutely go with him. Waiting for the 2018 WAR Baez. Okay, I don't know if he'll be as good as the award winner Baez, but I mean, hey, if he's good for you, then there you go. Mets are going to rebound. D-backs are going to be a mess. See, but the D-backs should have been a mess like 2 years ago when they made the playoffs. I have no idea what to think on the D-backs. All right, you're still here. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I know some people are here and not vocal. Some people, when they're not saying anything, it's because they disappeared and they joined back 20 minutes later. And so that's the only reason I commented. I know, right, he's Puerto Rican too. Baez is a very popular player. I mean, no disrespect to him. I'm just not on his bandwagon yet in terms of, for me, I'm more bothered by the strikeouts and error proneness than on the bandwagon of, oh, can do all these different things. He can make crazy diving plays, and his WAR is what his WAR is. Zach56, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is Thor being traded still? I don't know, man. What was the latest Padres offer for him? I feel like I heard more about him going to the Mariners until he didn't than anything else, to be honest. Clevenger and Perez, I feel that. See, I feel like the pitching cards where pitching's more interchangeable, there's more value in that than a specific position player card if you already have a good card at that position for team decks. Is there a live season Acuna, but don't have the cash? I can take a look, man. Looking at the bench, red, white, blue team, you have some very good players. Again, if you want to get that team deck built up better, unless you actually use Aaron Judge, what I would say, just get a cheap +4 Cubs player, sell the Judge, get your team decks going, and then you can get a nice, expensive Cubs player down the line when you get the currency. If you want to stay on for gameplay, I'll put gameplay only, and if you don't care that much about the gameplay, at least on stream, because we can play it off stream too, man. If you want to play it off stream, then I'll take you off the list and or put you back at the bottom. If you do, guys, by the way, I'm looking for that Kepler. That's the only reason I'm on the market right now. But oh, there's one. Let's go. Needed that badly. Guys, if you have the Kepler, I'll pay max price for him. I'll pay the maximum. I just really need him on the... well, not really, but heavily would like to get him to +10. The champs, man, I think you're up next. I'm pretty sure I sent you a friend request if you're here. Otherwise, I will... Okay, on the request list, I think I sent it to you. If I got it wrong, I got it wrong. You play in the Rays team, but only 13,720. 13,720 is not bad. Check Acuna if I can. Okay. Alright, so after Champs Room is Iron Falcons, which is Twitch TV Limpy. Has he accepted it yet? Because I sent out friend requests, but I haven't seen many accepted yet. Iron Falcons on here. I know I saw him earlier. I'll try to tag him on Discord if I can. Limpy, I hope you're here, man. I'm about to review your team. This is called Fakeskolgaming, yes, and I can look up Acuna after this, champs. I'm just trying to actually get teams reviewed. So I'm trying to manage distractions best I can. The starting rotation. So there's not really going to be a team deck here. That's fine. Just want to make a note of it first. Oh, shoot. I forgot to send an email out. Gotta send that out. Anyways, while I pull that up. Starting rotation. I like Felix a lot. Samardzija has a surprisingly nice pitch mix. I like Scherzer and Kershaw as well. And then I'm not too familiar with Gallardo's pitch mix, so I'll look him up. I feel like he's got to be good. The bullpen, red flags, only righties. I'd like to see at least 2 for each handedness in the bullpen. So 2 righties, 2 lefties. The other 2 can be whatever. So when I see 6 righties, no lefties, I'd say get a couple lefties. I would definitely replace Corey Knebel. He only has 2 pitches. He's really ineffective in this game. Now, in real life, he's decent, but in this game, not really. As for your other righty, Jansen has a very predictable pitch mix. I can't say I remember on the specific Melanson the pitch mix. What I will say is if this Melanson only has like 3 or 4 pitches, I would replace him as well. Again, I'd say get 2 lefties. So if you're replacing 3 righties that have poor pitch mixes, you can get a righty. I would certainly say get a couple lefties. Again, just so if you're not using your starters, you can play lefty-righty matchups and not be forced to use your only lefty and then not have a lefty later, or your only lefty's in a bad mood and gets absolutely shredded. So that's why I say at least 2 and 2. As for the hitting lineup, with the hitting lineup, Puig in right. I don't see that often. You know what? I'm actually going to pull up my emulator so I can look up some of these players while I talk about them. I'm going to do that. We'll take a look at the chat quick. Champs, you have me as a friend. Okay, Zombies Gaming, welcome to the streamer. Zombie, not zombies. Visual main. Okay, I'll get you added to the list at least, man. At least get you on the list. Holy cow, it's not a 2-page list. Why the heck is this a 2-page long list, guys? Dude, Jack Peterson, his card is more about overall than actual skills. Alright, Lee, I did see you added me, man. I did see you added me. Sorry I didn't respond to the comments earlier. Try to keep up with all of them, but I'm also trying to get the team reviews. Back to this. McCutcheon in the 2-hole. That's one of his best center fielder cards. I like that. Acuna Jr., his Player of the Month card from August in the 3-hole. I actually like that card. I can look up the exact stats, but I do like that card as a left fielder. Outside of the fact that defensively, it's pretty weak. Pretty weak defensively. Zombie, this is not a gameplay live stream. We can try to do gameplay at some point, man, but right now I'm strictly doing team reviews. Steve Pearce at first base can hit the cover off the ball. And you know what? First base, you don't need defense. You don't need speed. So if he can rake, he's kind of like a second DH. This is an NL lineup, so I'll keep in mind Altuve is probably not DHing too often. At short, Lindor, that's not a bad card. I personally prefer his Live SC card, and I think it might actually be a little bit cheaper. So I'll look that up. Not saying his world's best shortstop card isn't good, but I think it might be... Alright, Francisco Lindor. So his world's best card, his most expensive, and not a terrible card, but if you look at his May Player of the Month, his it's better with the throwing arm, less speed, better contact, slightly less power. I'd say they're about the same. I won't question it too much. I know certainly I would prefer that Live SC card. I think they're both good. The Acuna Jr., again, great hitting stats, just very poor defensively. And he's $1.4 billion. So good card. Is he worth it? not necessarily. Zach, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Likely didn't. Jules, I have you on the list, I'm pretty sure. And if not, it's going to be a long wait. I might not have you on the list. Nope, I guess I don't. Get you at it, man. I might have actually reviewed your team last time, I think. So that's probably what happened. Market has the market has crashed. Good left-handed pitcher that's under $5 billion to get to plus 10. Are you looking for a starter or a reliever? Let me know. And I'm guessing when I review your team in a little bit, it might make sense what you're asking. Champs, I believe you're next, man. I believe you're next. Zombie, I can review your team. It honestly might take a while, man. In terms of how much CP I have, on this account I have a couple billion. On my Vikings account I have like 7 or 8. Zombie, I'll get you added to the list. You still haven't told me what your username is, so I don't know. For the life of me. Yeah, Steve, all good, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Get some good gameplay in before maintenance. If you can. Relief pitcher, lefty. Now, the $5 billion is a good question. When it gets to your team review, I'll focus on that more. There might be a decent Brett Cecil out there, just off the top of my head. Bregman at third, not too bad. Andrew Miller or Lions? I'd say Lions over Miller. Ben Zobrist, second, that good hitter. And then Montero at catcher, pretty solid. Altuve at DH, a good contact speed guy off the bench. Or in the 9-hole as the second leadoff. Matt Carpenter, good power hitting stats. Reyes, a good contact speed guy. Pujols going to hit for a lot of power. Then you have Cespedes and you have Harper. Cespedes, good hitting. Harper, let me look up this card quick. I feel like this was an insanely good card. This is his April, the Stars. Oh yeah, his 88 overall. Yeah, that's a really good backup, like right fielder. Great hitting, solid defense. So hopefully that helped a little bit, Iron Falcons, and hopefully you're here for it. If not, I'll try to upload the archive. Alright, who is up next? I think I'm going to send one to Jensen the Goat. Champs, yeah, that's right. Champs is up next. The Champs room. Hayden Booth, you sent an invite. Something. Not to be like that. Lee's going for the plus 10 deck. That makes sense. Alright. Zombie, got your username in here as well. You're good, man. You're good. Got you added to the list. Again, just so people who've waited a long time actually get team reviews in a fair order. Right? If you've been waiting a couple streams, someone shows up for the first time and gets their team reviewed right away, it's not going to feel fair to anyone else. Alright, so up next, again, was the Champs Room. 65696 -- is that your username? You'll have to let me know. Mystery username. Limpy, you're back. I literally just did your team review, man. Oh my gosh. I think you just missed it. With timing, man. But you should be able to back up and see it. And I'll also try to post the stream archive. Probably some point tomorrow. So hopefully you'll be able to see the team review. I know I did it because I thought you were here. Anyways, the Champs Room. Starting pitching. Can't really hate or fault any of the starters. In the bullpen, 2 lefties, 4 righties. That's good, Zombie. But I do have you on the list, so hopefully next time or 2 times from now we can get you in. Looking at the bullpen, the righties are good. The lefties, I question a bit. Wade Davis, he's strangely really hittable, but he has a good pitch mix. Darren O'Day, the sidearm, he's pretty solid. I forgot to check the 2013 Melancons. Let me pull up 2013 Melancons right now. I know whatever year, it's going to pretty much have the same pitches as WAR. Yeah. All right, so as the 4-seamer, changer, cutter, and K-curve. Could be better. Could be better, certainly. I'd maybe go like his 2014 WAR. 2014 WAR Melancon over his 2013. If I had to be honest, but that's not to say it's a terrible card. It's just to say there's other Melancons I like better that wouldn't be entirely more expensive. And then Koji at closer, really good pitch mix. I mean, not going to be dominant with the hard stuff or anything, but again, good pitch mix is a good pitch mix in this case. Jensen, I feel like it hasn't been 4 or 5, man. I know it hasn't been 4 or 5. It's maybe been 2. This might be like the 3rd stream. If it's been 4 or 5, half of them have been Battleland streams, which were never going to be team reviews to begin with. So maybe 4 or 5 is accurate from that standpoint. Anyways, Champs, his hitting lineup. Gardner in left, good leadoff guy. Should be solid defensively. I mean, left field is just hard to get a really good player at. I feel like there's only 1 or 2 good left fielders that aren't super expensive. Nothing wrong with Gardner. And again, if you want to use left field as one of those leadoff spots where I like to use my shortstop and maybe second baseman, maybe center fielder, go for it, man. Diego, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you there. You know how to have a legend easy? Zach, you're more than welcome to tell me. I've had a few different legends on my teams over the course of this year. I'm certainly interested to hear what you think. Mookie Betts at DH. Should be pretty rounded. It's his HC. Is that? I think that's it for the cycle, right? I'm going to look him up. Hosmer, good contact hitter. Might be more of a 2-hole than 3-hole guy. I won't question it too much. The cycle Betts actually a better 2-hole hitter with more contact, less power. Hosmer at the 3-hole works well, and then 2015 Harper from his MVP year. Good all-around right fielder in the 4-hole. Mauer in the 5-hole, another guy that's going to be mainly about contact. Good hitting catcher. Defensively, he's going to be average. He's not going to be great, but he's not going to be horrible. In the 6-hole, you have Longoria. Good defensive hitting third baseman. Going to lack speed, but that's okay. Altuve in the 7-hole. That's his 2017. I wish they would mark the award winner so you knew which was which. Let's see. His 2017. I'm guessing it's his 90. A ton of contact. 87 power. 87 power. I see you, Altuve. And 92 speed. It's not too bad. Correa in the 8-hole. Solid shortstop. It's his 2016 WAR. 2016 WAR Correa. What's he got going on? Good contact, not much power. Really solid defense and 86 speed, okay. Not too bad. Joseph, you're helping your grandma decorate. It's all good, man. Glad to have you here still. This isn't too bad of a team for what you're working with. Jan, I can try to. Let me know the username so I can tell you where I am or where you are on the list and or get you added to the list of teams waiting to be reviewed. NCR in the 9-hole, a lot of contact, just no power to speak of, and decent speed and defense. Off the bench, good power hitter. Definitely a changeup from Altuve, but depending if you want that contact speed or that power at second, you have those options. Votto at first as a backup. Good backup to Hosmer. Votto is certainly going to hit for good contact. I'd say average power, which isn't bad by any means. Arcia from the CS. I feel like this was a weird card, but I don't remember what about it made me think it was weird. No, I don't want Garcia. I want Orlando Arcia. There we go. It says CS. That's right. His 94 power plus contacts and 85 speed. That's not bad for the bench. Baez, pretty good off the bench too. And Bellinger CS MVP. Feel like that's a good card. That's right. 102 speed somehow, along with 90s for hitting stats. It's a really weird card for Cody Bellinger, but surprisingly good. Juan. Yep, I have you on the list, man. You're actually pretty high up there. You might be next. You might actually be next. Champs. So let's see. I think I gave some advice for your pitching, right? For Miller and Bastardo, I would get lefties with better pitch mixes with your hitting lineup. I'd say really just work on building up what you have. Maybe replace Mookie Betts at DH with one of your bench bats that can hit better. Because he's an outfielder? Well, I don't know. I would honestly maybe put Votto or Arcia at your DH spot. Maybe even Baez. And again, you have an NL lineup, so you probably don't use the DH that much. Yeah, you go. I know you asked yesterday, so I got you added before anyone who asked today, but you're still going to wait for a while, to be honest. Oh, no, actually, I have you on there. I had you on there anyways. Okay. Good. I was worried I didn't have you on there for some reason. Still, it will take a while. It will take a while just to get through everyone. But we got Champs. Now Juan. Let me make sure I have him added. Juan. 15. Alright, on the request list. I think I sent it to you, man. It's waiting on you to accept. Give you a minute on it. I'll catch up with the chat a bit. Why can't they make an update noting the throwing hand of a pitcher next to their name? I think they have that. What do you mean, Luke? Because if you look here, So right under their name, SPR, 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 SPL. I'm not trying to give someone a team review out of order, but just that is part of the game. D. Gardner, welcome. Team Dirty in the house. Glad to have you here. Vizhel, you're not quite up next, man. Smiley, you're waiting to play Iron Horse? Yeah. I've got to hop on Instagram, try to get you guys linked up. See if I can do that super quick. So we've got here. There. Sent the group message. Oh, on the market. Dude, yes, on the market it should definitely be. They should even let you sort with pitchers, lefties and righties, I think. Jensen, no one cares. But I'm the first YouTuber that you watched when you started getting into baseball. Dude, I care. So unless you're calling me no one, I care, man. And dude, I'm glad I could get you into baseball, man. I know, even though I don't play baseball too much anymore, I certainly still love the game of baseball, so I'm glad I was able to share that. I mean, I feel like I've shared it with a lot of people here, but, if I made a positive impact for at least one person, that's really awesome. So, Juan, let me see if he got me added, then we'll get his team reviewed. Yes. Then up next, looks like Jensen. Then after Jensen, looks like the Muscle. And then after that, Kim Sherwood, if you're still here, let me know. You're coming up on the list relatively quickly. Anyways, Juan, 25 Diamondbacks +2 or higher. I can tell from the start of things there's still some work to do to get them to all +4 or higher. So the team badge, looks like you have a pretty good idea of what you're doing with your team at this point in your team building process. I did play baseball in real life. School teams traveling through middle school, then in high school I played in a rec league. Now in college, you're in college, if you're not playing actual college baseball, which I'm not, then it's pretty hard to play baseball. But I played a lot of second base, a little bit of third, a little bit of the outfield. Thoughts on Goldschmidt to the Cardinals? Dude, I think the Cardinals won that trade. Unless Weaver pans out. The starters that you have for your Diamondbacks team, Juan, look pretty good. In your bullpen, I do not see a single lefty. Now, I can't say that I think the Diamondbacks have the best lefty relievers available, but if you were able to have one or two, that would certainly help. Isn't Archie Bradley? I think Archie Bradley's a lefty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would recommend getting one of him. In terms of who you have, people always seem to struggle with submariners. They're not all, but a lot of people. No, Bradley's a righty too. Okay, the Diamondbacks might just not have lefties, but if they do, I would recommend trying to get one or two. Not trying to detract from your team at all. It's just the type of deal where having lefty relievers will serve you well long term. They have they have intramural softball. They don't really have club baseball. I mean, I played softball 1 year. I might play it again this spring, but man, softball's just not baseball for me, to be honest. Yeah, I'm glad it was good for you, Limpy. Happy birthday, Fortnite content. Welcome to the stream and happy birthday. I know you said yesterday today was your birthday. So happy birthday, man. Hopefully you got some something good. I don't know, good presents, good food. Both, maybe. Thoughts on the Dodgers staying under the radar? I don't think they have that many moves to make. And Bryce Harper hasn't signed anywhere yet, so don't say they're under the radar. They could be in on Bryce Harper. Did Malik Smith go to the Mets? No, I thought Smith was on the Mariners. But in terms of those two going to the Mets, man, I've got to think the Mets are trying to compete. It seems like a weird trade for both sides because the Mariners are closer to competing and the Mets closer to rebuilding. But hey, yeah, I don't know. It's just such a confusing trade to me. I don't understand it. I think hopefully the Mets make the moves around that to show they're competing. Harper to the Yankees. Where's Harper going to fit in with the Yankees? Is he going to be their shortstop while Didi heals up? Like, I don't know where Harper fits in New York. See, I could see Harper to the Dodgers because the Dodgers never seem to have enough good outfielders. For the bullpen, though, I can't really hate on any of these pitchers. Rodney probably has the worst pitch mix. The problem, really, is just that there's no lefties, which might not be under your control. Church softball for the companionship. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not that softball wasn't fun. It's just it wasn't like baseball. I still do intramural basketball, and that's what most of my friends do. Yeah, dude, I think the Cardinals fleeced the Diamondbacks for Goldschmidt. Gotta be honest. I am in college. I turned 22 a month ago. Stanton, Harper, Judge. Then what about Hicks and or Gardner? Never mind the fact that they still have Jacoby Ellsbury. I know Ellsbury's not going to play for them. But that's a lot of money invested in an outfield. Alright, see you Fortnite content. Have a happy birthday, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Once again, have a good rest of the day. Looking at this team. JD in right. Chris Young in center. Lamb at third. Wow, Chris Young in center over AJ Pollock. Although I guess Pollock doesn't have any cards that are that good in this game. And he is off your bench. Okay. Upton at DH, I'm good with. I'm good with the first four. Goldschmidt at first. Dude, I don't get why the Diamondbacks traded him. I don't get it. I feel bad for Diamondbacks fans because I don't think they should have gotten rid of him. Hill at second base. I guess unless you're going to have Gene Segura there, but he might be at shortstop because Kettle Marte. Oh, you have Steven Drew. Marte not on the team at all. Can't say it's too surprising. Hey, happy early birthday, Rodolfo. Happy early birthday. And thank you for the happy late birthday, Johnson. Much appreciated, my friend. Montero at catcher. Yeah, I would go with that. Peralta in left, I would probably go with 2. I guess Enciarte in right versus... Yeah, you gotta go JD. Get the power bat in there. Greinke next to be traded. Oh, Zach, so you speak French and you don't really understand what was college? So, in the U.S., we have elementary school, middle school, high school, and then once you graduate high school, you can go on to college. I think around the rest of the world, it might be called university instead of college. But so it's basically after you graduate high school. I mean, I guess the Diamondbacks want to lose, but man, I don't know. I think they traded Segura. No, the Mariners traded Segura. That's right. Sapara off the bench, Peralta in the lineup. Yeah, it's crazy to think about how many good outfielders the Diamondbacks have had. Mark Reynolds, great power hitter. And Ciarte Segura going to get you your contact speed defense, along with Pollock. I can't knock the hitting lineup at all. The only thing with the pitchers is if there's any good lefties, really getting lefties would be good. Hey, glad I could help make it make sense, Zach. Juan. Hopefully the team review helped a little bit. Not going to pretend it was the world's greatest or anything, but hopefully it was decent. Jensen up next, and then the muscle after Jensen. Epic Fortnite Gamer, welcome to the stream. Greinke getting traded. I mean, if there's anything available for him, it would make sense. I don't know if the Diamondbacks would get enough back for him. But yeah, looking at this team, so you have Juan Marichal at +3, and you have Billy Wagner at +1 out of the bullpen. So 2 solid legend pitchers. Tanaka, great pitch mix. Castillo, I feel like he's solid. Not a common starter, but a solid starter. What's the other thing of World Series contenders? It's hard to say at this point. No doubt Yankees, Red Sox, Astros in the AL. I think the Indians, if they're in sell mode, are not going to contend. I don't think the AL Central has a contender unless the Indians take another shot at it. How proud of the +10 Twins team am I? Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. I just really want to get one more good bat before I'll truly be proud of it. But man, I'm feeling good about it. I think Wagner can be a reliever. John, glad I got a review in for you. Man, have a good rest of your day as well. Certainly. All right, let's look at Wagner, and he's an E-grade reliever. I would put Wagner at closer. I would not have him as a reliever. Good catch on that. Although Edwin Diaz is a really nice closer, so I honestly would almost just sell Billy Wagner and buy a different reliever, especially at 10 billion coins, and he will sell. There's only 2 of them on the market, so he will sell if you let him sell. Hey, I appreciate it, Johnson. I try to interact with my fans the best I can, at least on streams. It's not always 100% easy, but I do the best I can. Mike Minor, very nice lefty reliever. So if he has a good cheap +10 card, I would go for it. And I'm not just saying that because he came up with it. I have Minor on my old main team, now my no money spent team. But he's a pretty good lefty reliever. Diaz, I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying that Wagner is not a true reliever. All right, Zach, we'll see you next time, man. Oh, it took your team performance up? See, but, dude, you could sell Wagner and get a highly boosted reliever. Wagner's also your only lefty, so you might want another lefty. Well, I would say I'd sell Davis and Wagner and get 2 good lefty relievers that are boosted a bit. It'll help a possible team deck. They'll still have a good overall. Matthew, yeah, I can add you back to the list for team reviews, but just because I have 100 plus people on Omelet, actually? No, I don't. I have 3 on Omelet. Jeez, Diego. Jeez. Did I actually have 100 plus people on Omelet? Because I feel like I didn't. That would have been wild if I actually did. Yeah, Wade Davis seems way too hittable. I pitched him against Elliott, and he got destroyed. So if you sell him and Wagner, you'll get like 10 billion coins after fees. Then you can sell, or take those 10 billion, get a couple of good lefty relievers, boost it up a bit. Still maybe even have coins left to spend, depending how boosted you get them. But Herrera, Robertson, Ramos, and Diaz, all solid, all boosted. I wouldn't get... Oh, excuse me. Had to... I felt like I had to burp, but didn't burp audibly. I'd keep those guys because they're nice and they're boosted well. As for your hitting lineup, you have legend Edgar Martinez at first. You have Pujols in left. So you've got some of the best players. You got some really good players, man. Lindor at short, can't fault that, nor can I fault Baez at second. My only thing with Martinez at first, he's pretty expensive. Again, it's just one of those things where for the coins you'd spend on that player, could you get more useful, better players and or boosted players? For the same price or for less. Wade Davis has the 4-seamer, changeup, 2-seamer, cutter, slider, and I believe K-curve, if I'm remembering it. Like, it's a good pitch mix. It's just garbage in game. Yeah, his pitching motion's almost, like, negatively bad. 101 viewers. Oh, I think that might be, like, all-time. 101 views, Diego. I appreciate it, man. I see what you're saying. Yachty at catcher. Great defensively, and this card can actually hit a bit. Very solid pickup at catcher. I know you're a big fan of... not a big fan, but you're from Puerto Rico. I should know if Martinez is Puerto Rican or not, but if he is... Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. Okay, I see why you have him. I never meant to hate on him, man. I only meant to say the price. Ramirez in the 5-hole, solid third baseman. Pujols, Puerto Rican as well, if I'm not mistaken, at left field. Good power. Not going to defend well at all in left, but again, very good power. Can't question that too much. Joey, who is up next? Should be the muscle. I think you'd be... after Kim Sherwood, if Kim Sherwood's here. Otherwise, you're directly after the muscle. There's a good chance we get to you. There's still about 40 minutes until maintenance. Story at DH, although with the NL lineup, he's off the bench. Great all-around shortstop. Not quite as good as Lindor, but very solid off the bench. McCutchen in center. Going to be good defensively, decent speed. I feel like he's a righty masher with power but can't hit lefties, or maybe a lefty masher that can't hit righties. Good bullpen pitchers. Are you looking for lefties or righties, Matthew? Let me know. Oh, Pujols might be Dominican. I think you're right. I can't say I know as much about that as I should. Odd question. Favorite artist at the moment? Do you mean for music, smiley guy? Let me know if you mean for music or something else. If you mean for music, probably Katy Perry. I'm not saying Katy Perry's music's great. For whatever reason, Katy Perry's my favorite. I don't know. I like her This Is How We Do song a lot. It's not one of her bigger songs, so like... Yeah, I mean, I'm not pretending that Katy Perry's the greatest musical artist out there. I don't know. I really only listen to, like, the top 40 stations. So my taste in music is it's that of like a 6-year-old, to be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna like the songs from kids shows, but in terms of not actually liking realistically good music, I can't say I like the best music ever. D. Gardner for this tournament, yes, but there's plans hopefully for future tournaments. So if you missed the first one, don't feel too bad. And there's a very small chance that I get a couple people in to replace inactives. So if you want to do that, by all means go comment on a previous sign-up thread or the sign-up video. Because again, there's a small chance that if 2 teams were inactive, I don't want anyone to not have a round of 32 opponent. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. I don't listen to rap enough. I guess I do like Post Malone is the only rapper I can say I've listened to recently and would recognize. Mookie Betts in right field in the 9-hole. Not bad. Let me look up his exact stats. I feel like this card it hits, if I'm not mistaken, probably hits righties, not lefties. 2017 WAR Betts. Not 15, 17. Oh. Yo, why can that card just not... That card can't hit, but it can defend the living daylights out of right field and 98 speed. So if you just get, some good contact power-based equipment on Mookie Betts, that's not too bad of a card. Not too bad. The bench, Rizzo going to hit for good contact with a little bit of power. Billie Eilish is coming up next, and she's really good. Check her out. Okay, let me at least look it up. Alright, I'll keep that tab up once this maintenance starts. Check her out a little bit more. Bryant at third, off the bench. Guys, I'm not going to guarantee anyone else gets in, but if you comment everything required on the sign-up tabs, I'll look at who was first in terms of trying to get replacements in for the tournament for problematic inactive spots. Gonzalez, great contact hitter. Ramirez going to have contact speed defense. And then Murphy should have a little bit of power, maybe not a ton. So Jensen, I'd say really getting Wagner and Davis converted to lefty relievers would be the move I'd make for you. Yeah, Smiley, you are Palmetto, right? Palmetto Tigers? Yeah, I have you on the list still. And generally speaking, weekend streams are going to be gameplay. If I get caught up with the list, then I'll mix gameplay in on the Wednesday streams. I just know that the list is growing faster than I get through it. Up next, we have the Muscle, Lee Cohen. And first looks at his team, he has all +7 or higher. He did say he's moving towards +10 or higher across the board. And he is taking my advice, working on getting that second lefty in his bullpen. I like to see that, and it's really just a super basic fundamental thing to me. The idea that if you need to do lefty-righty matchups, you have that capability should you actually need to go through with something like that. Checking Kepler quick. All right, still no Keplers, that's fine. I at least got one, surprisingly. July Live SC Kepler, if anyone has him, I would definitely be appreciative to get him. Yeah, Joey, I think your next Vizzle, honestly, you are pretty far down the list, and I don't mean any disrespect with that. Alright, rip you apart. Alright, so you have 5 righty starters. You could have lefty and righty starters, but I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter because it's a random draw anyways. This is where the bullpen matters to me. Looking at the pitch mixes, I'm fine with DeGrom, Felix, Arrieta, and Strasburg. Let me look up Desclafani, because I can't say I am as fluent in his card as I maybe should be. It says August card. So it has the K curve, which I've heard is worse than the actual curveball. But, I mean, it doesn't seem like that bad of a card. Doesn't seem like that bad of a card. And the price point on it for what you're getting is really not bad. Really, it is not too bad. So I can't knock the starting staff much. The bullpen is where I'm going to look at things a bit. I like Tony Watson. Can't hate on him. Jury's Familia might be cheesy, but other than the fact he's cheesy, which is just Gameville's fault in my opinion, he's not bad either. You have Tanner Roark's 2013 FIP card. I kind of wish he had a two-seamer and or a cutter, just he had a second fast pitch on there, but that's not a bad reliever either. Putnam, who's a +10. Hopefully the fact you've gotten him to a +10, he's good. 2014. Okay, that's interesting. So he has the splitter. The splitter's not that bad anymore, though. Two-seamer and cutter. And then the slider, but 71 velocity. I mean, I don't have a problem because it's different pitch mixes, and he does have 5 pitches. Kind of strange, though. Let's look at Lorenzen. Lorenzen is 2016, which is a base 83. Seems very similar to, what's-his-face? Roark? No, he's similar to the starter Desclafani. Okay. He has 102 stuff, which is nice. 89 velocity. Value for the money. I trust... See, and Lee, I know you're a smart guy, so I probably won't be able to criticize too much. Matthew traded Draymond for Zach LaVine. Might be bad. Diego, you won't pass again. What do you mean by pass, man? What do you mean? Chris Racine in the bullpen is holding a spot for high-class Madsen. Okay, good to know. I actually like Chris Racine, though, Joey, but I will keep that in mind, hopefully. Dude, I think you're right. I think the number 5 starter seems to start way more often than any of the other 4. You might dude, a team deck would be pretty cool, Smiley. Not gonna lie. I'd say I wouldn't sell it all at once. I'd say make it a process. Sell 2 or 3 guys, and then get your replacement team deck guys in slowly. It took me literally 7 days nonstop grinding to build my initial +10 Twins team deck. And I had the help of both the Simp Plays and Elliot building +10 cards, building materials to help me build +10 cards for me. So it's a couple week-long process, to be completely honest with you. I was going to look at Bergman. I haven't looked him up yet. I like Lorenzen, though. Bergman. He has that same pitch mix. So again, you do run into that redundancy. He is a +10 though, and only $2 billion? Jeez. Yeah, that's a really, really good value. Wow. Yeah, I did not realize a card like that was in this game. Shoot. That is a really solid pickup. I don't even know who I'd replace out of this. I'd say maybe Lorenzen because he's the same as Bergman, but you already have Bergman built up. What is Lorenzen's value quick before I move to your hitting lineup? Lorenzen 2016 sells for 3.6 is plus 7. Sells for 860 million. I mean, it's not that he's not bad. It's just if you do get another lefty, I would probably replace him. Or if you don't like Roark not having another fast pitch, he would be another replace candidate for that reason. Oh, I didn't even talk about that specifically, Tatis. I'm just saying from my own experience. Yeah, certainly. Make sure that you're able to sell cards and, like, yeah, okay, you're going to get minor for Lorenzen. That works. Now, looking at your hitting lineup, Blackman. Blackman should be a good contact speed defense leadoff guy, if I'm not mistaken. I've got to look it up. 2017 award winners. There's actually a plus 10 of him on the market right now for $9 billion. Not saying you have $9 billion, man, but he's out there if you do. He's out there if you do. Good contact. Speed not that great, and defense really not. But again, when you get boosted up, it's still not awful. It's not awful. It's just not to my personal preference, and I'm really picky on that. I don't know. For me, I value outfield defense maybe more highly than this game even does. For being completely honest, Arenado, I feel like this is at 87 for $50 million. All-star card that's like, okay, now he's up to 76 million, but yeah, yep. Outside of the fact that his defensive stats are kind of low, absolutely insane card. Miggy at first, yeah, equipment too. You're right, Lee. I guess I can't see the stats with equipment. That's the one flaw of reviewing teams in this way. But again, I'm looking at the raw base stats. And again, everything I say, I'm saying, like, if you know this player does exactly what you want it to do, and if you're happy with it, then disregard my advice. I'm just saying from my perspective what I would do and why I would do it. Now, Miguel Cabrera at first base. He's not the greatest defender, but you don't need defense at first base, and he can absolutely rake. Won't question that. Hardy at short. He can hit, he can defend, he just can't run. So, I mean, having more of a power hitter at short, not the most conventional move, but he has the defense. He has the defense, so I'm very okay with that. Wow, Miggy, 120 all-hitting stats, yeah. Yeah, I can't say anything bad about that. Acuna Jr. in left. Hopefully you have some defensive equipment on him because he can rake. He can rake. He can rake like there's the biggest pile of leaves in America. His defense is questionable. And I feel like this is one of you guys that's not too cheap. No, $12.5 billion. Now, a very nice card. But a pretty big price tag. Miggy, let me look that up. Good question. And maybe Lee will answer it before I look it up. 2016 WAR. That's one of his cheaper ones. $6 billion. You can actually buy him right now. $6.1 billion off of the market. There is literally one up there right now. You've got the MVP year Bryce Harper. He's not going to be bad. Because MVP year Bryce Harper his cards are generally very solid. Now, it was his award winners, not award winners. Wait. Oh, wait, yeah, it is his 2015. It is a +7. I'm going to guess it's the one worth $4.5 billion at +1016. Might be wrong, but good contact, decent power. Again, as long as you equip some defense, not too bad. Training seems more valuable in hitters, yeah. With pitchers, unless you're getting the greater perfect trainings, it's really worthless, Smiley, to be honest with you. That is what I see. Jeanette at second. I can look that card up specifically. I know it's going to have pretty good power. So his player of the week, okay? Really good hitter at second. Voice crack, calling it. Price point's really not bad on it either. At +7, a little bit under $3 billion. Can't really question it much though. Pujols at DH. I know his card's MASH. I don't have to look that one up. Mauer, his 09 award winner. Should see why I don't have that one on my team. Well, there's one of him for $18 billion. There's one of him for $10 billion. If that's his $10 billion one, it's 2.4 right now. Really just lacks a bit of defense, but man, behind the plate defense almost seems worthless the more that I play this game and realize it. So that really might not be a bad move. That might be a pretty solid player to have there, Lee. Off the bench, Goldie, good contact and speed guy at first who can actually defend surprisingly well. Lind should be a solid power hitter, along with Cruz, Cano, and JD. So you have a lot of power on your bench. Maybe I'd get a speed guy off the bench, Lee, if you feel like you need a pinch runner. Again, depending on your philosophy on having speed on your team. That's the only thing I can think of there. And, I mean, you could get a super cheap guy for your speed guy off the bench. I'm thinking a Billy Hamilton or a D. Gordon. I'll find the exact versions I would recommend, knowing that you're on the budget. So Billy Hamilton, his July of the Stars card, 96 base speed, at a +111 speed, $2 billion. D. Gordon, I know he has like 97 base speed somewhere. His All-Star has 103 base speed, but that's insanely expensive. His 2017 War card, 101 base speed, $3.3 billion. Otherwise, 97 base speed on his The Stars for $1.5 billion. 99 speed on his 2015 awards winners, but that's $7 billion. It's just a couple ideas to consider. Catcher defense seems garbo. It seems like it's not worth as much as I'd like it to be. So yeah, really a bench pinch runner. Which tells you how good Lee's team is, if that's the advice I have. If that is the advice I have, you know you're looking at a pretty good team. Again, part of that is I can tell the intent he has with building this team. So where I might be more difficult on some of these other teams, not going to be as difficult on this team just from the standpoint of how good it looks. And I know Lee is a competent player of this game. I mean, not to say other people aren't competent. I just, even if we haven't worked directly together as much, I know from past experience the level of competence I'm dealing with. Up next, we've possibly got Cool Suit, we possibly have Rodolfo. Otherwise, we're on to Joey, who is Destroyers 342. Those are the next few people up. Whoever heard their name and is here, comment in the chat if you feel so inclined to. Glad I got that Max Kepler. I'm going to save him for tomorrow with the doubled odds. Because, boys, if I get this Kepler built and I get him on my team, my plus 10 Twins team is going to have no real weak spots besides Liriano. Oh, I definitely agree. Dude, he doesn't sink or cheese. Maybe against you he did, but against me he honestly did not. I know people thought he did, but I can assure you he did not. Looking for this Kepler right here. Dude, I just think people hate the sinker. I don't think it's anything against you. Let me check Danny Santana. Alright, Rodolfo, you're here. Rodolfo, you very well may be up next. Yeah, there's not enough of that Santana. I'd love to get him on the team as well, but really that Kepler card, that's what I'm going for. Oh, Adrian's, I want him because he would be a nice shortstop. Look at that defensive beastness of Adrianza at shortstop. Boys, I'm working on this plus 10 Twins team pretty hard. I hope you guys know that. I mean, not that I'd be worried. Rodolfo, shoot, you were what again? Oh, shit, I should remember it. It was like 1999 something. But Rodolfo, let me know and we'll get you added. Dude, he threw one sinker, Diego. He threw one sinker per at bat, which is in the rules. That's right, Kung Lao. I remember seeing your username on my other account before the stream. Okay, you're on the pending request list. Get you added. There we go. Let's go. Am I planning to get one of the Twin War cards coming? Probably not. At least not right away, tied too tight, because the Twins have an Eddie Rosario. I might get the Rosario if it has really good stats, but otherwise, I just built a Taylor Rogers. You already changed your name. I can change it back, man. I can change it back once maintenance starts. Yeah, I don't really need Taylor Rogers, and I don't even remember who the other guy was. Oh, it might be Barrios. It might be Barrios, man. I probably should get a Barrios on my team. I'll worry about that more once maintenance starts. Kung Lao. All right, looking at this team, you're Edgar Martinez away from at least +2 or higher. I would get him boosted and or replace him with someone who is boosted for that deck effect. Number 1. As for the pitching rotation, I like the starters. Were you saying you were going to replace Racine? Remind me either way. But the rest of your bullpen, I like Racine, I like Hand. Let me look up Buchter, however it's pronounced. And this is his 2016 FIP. 2016 FIP. Not the most conventional pitch mix, but solid, and the stats are not bad besides really low break. For your righties, Diaz is a beast, no doubt about it. And then McAllister and Petit. Petit. That is Yusmiro Petit, 2017 FIP. Good pitch mix on that. And McAllister Zachary, his 2015 FIP. Another one with a good pitch mix. I don't think there's a mutt head for perfect inning, smiley guy. I literally downloaded the Korean Excel file off my PC, then I uploaded it to Google Drive. That's literally the only thing there is. We could try to build a mutt head for like perfect inning. I'd be interested in trying to like link up with some big time perfect inning guys and maybe some big time 9 innings 18 guys and try to make like a massive database for Rhino ZMAX stats at +10. I'll read off what it displays for him at +10. 94 command, 95 break, 101 stuff, 92 velocity, 86 stamina, 92 confidence, 101 recovery. You could buy a +7 for $1.4 billion right now, tied if you wanted to. Not saying you should, but you could. Yeah, just get the mobile MLB guys together, build a database for both games, because I feel like neither game's big enough to have its own website, but combined, that'd be really cool to have. I feel like that would be kind of a big project. I mean, maybe it would be the type of deal we're talking about it now. We could have it ready to roll out in time for the 2019 opening day. But I think that'd be definitely something cool to have. I know, like, the show has daddy leagues. How much? It's $1.4 billion for the +7 ties, you say, or like $1.44 billion to be more exact. Chrisley, you can't keep track for when you're up. Let me get the share link. And then you can see. Yeah, so I like the bullpen that you have there. In terms of your hitting lineup, a lot of World's Best +4 or higher cards. And World's Best cards, honestly, not trying to sound cliche. Alright, Lee, I will make a reminder. Or, you know what, let me just shoot you a DM on Instagram now from an emulator. Maybe. I feel like I might not remember what yours was. If you want to tell me it again, you can. If not, I'll get it. Or you can shoot me a message and I for sure will look to respond to that. Joey, you should be next. I believe so. Yeah, Joey, you're going to be next. You'll be the last team I review on the stream today. Yeah, let me look up Acuna. That's his award winner, right? I'm not familiar with that card. Alright, Kyle, thanks for letting me know that. I feel like I asked you yesterday and you didn't say anything. It's good to know. Has he at least accepted your friend request? So Acuna's award winner. Yo, that's actually a really good card. Okay, I rock with that card. I rock with it. Kepler, decent for the price. You really like this team in the Discord? Yeah. No, I like this team. I definitely do. Man, Edgar at DH, like, he's a really good player. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like if you sold him, got a different DH that you could boost more easily, that would help with the team deck part of things. And then Trout can rake in center, and Gomes behind the plate, very solid defensively with a decent amount of hitting by most catching standards. Alright, so he accepted the friend request and he hasn't played. Kyle, how long have you been trying to play with him roughly? like just today, last couple days, last 3 or 4 days. Let me know. I just like, how many times have you tried to? Like, if you've just tried once or twice, or if you've tried, 6 or 8 times. I mean, I just want an honest assessment, so if I have to make a decision on it, I can make the best decision possible. Lucas, I think I don't know, not today, man. I have time for this, and I have time for destroyers, and then maintenance is going to start. But I can get you on the list for a future team review. Got you on the list now, man. Rios is an 86. Yeah, I just feel like Rios is going to be too expensive for a bit. But I definitely want to get a Rios card, even if it's just his, the stars. Even if it's just that. Alright, see, last couple days, good to know. I wish I got updated on this sooner, Kyle, but at least I'm hearing now, and I certainly hope things can work. I'll make the best decision I can in the Schimpf. I'll call him in as well. Kyle, once maintenance starts, if you are available, we'll probably be going through things on Discord. So if you're on Discord and accessible, that will be in your best interest. Off the bench, I feel like Wong can hit righties and not lefties. But he's a good specialist. Bryant, good general bat. Yachty, great backup catcher if you pinch hit for Gomes. Upton, really good hitting stats, really, really good. And Reyes, great contact, speed, and defense. Can't say much bad about that team, Rodolfo. Cannot say much, if anything, bad about that team. Now, final team review of today's stream. Destroyers, 3-4-2. You're going to bed at 9. Do you mean 9 Eastern, man? Do you mean 9 Eastern? I'm not trying to judge too much either way. I'm just trying to understand. So if I'm trying to message you and I don't hear back, I know why. Alright, so looking at Destroyers 3-4-2, I feel like I helped tweak a couple players on this team. Assuming that I did, which I'm pretty sure I did, I should like this team. Given that I'm pretty sure I helped shape this team off stream in Discord. Okay, so that team is built on boosting and selling players. It's good to know, Rodolfo. Good to know. Yeah, that's the problem. The game is... Alright, Kyle, I'll talk to Schimpf tonight. If we might shoot you messages even though you'd be sleeping, man. So certainly, just check them when you can. We'll know that you might not be on until the morning, but whatever we send, if you're able to check those, that would be much appreciated. Okay, I do remember correctly, so I should like this team. The starters, yeah, I remember telling you to get Quintana and Richard as lefties. Quintana, great 7-pitch mix. Richard, 6 pitches, and really cheap for a high-class card. And then Kluber, Arrieta, Greinke, some solid righties. Now, Greinke, not as good as Arrieta and Kluber, in my opinion, but not terrible by any means. Chris, are you on the list, man? If you're not, I'll add you. But, yeah, let me know. Plus, on starting pitcher Mike Leake was worth the wait. I remember he has a good pitch mix. I feel like I missed your plus 10 of him somehow. But that sounds like a good card. From your bullpen, You have Racine, Cecil, and Hand as lefties. I like those. As righties, Melanson, not the greatest pitch mix, but not awful. Belisle's good, and Street is pretty solid. If you're hitting lineup, I mean, I know you're kind of on a budget too. What way to go? All right, it says we're live again. Says we are live again, so we'll get back to the team review. If I have time, I'll try to look up a good lefty. Rodolfo. Yeah, Utley, great hitting second baseman, and second base hitting is most important. Judge in right field. All right, there we go. I see Lee now. I see him. Judge, great hitter. Solid defense. I can't knock him. All right, got your message, Lee. In like 5-10 minutes, I'll reply. Welcome back to the stream, Tyler. Welcome back. Hosmer in the 4-hole, good contact hitting first baseman. Might not have the most power, but that's okay. I don't like Pujols left defensively, but he can absolutely rake. Don't like him defensively, but he can hit really well. Votto at DH, good contact, okay power. Peralta, great hitter and defender at short, just no speed at all. Batista at third, I wouldn't roll with long-term. I know he hits well, but I'd rather get a Donaldson or an Arenado or a Headley at third. Molina at catcher, good defender. Not going to be your best hitter, but in the 9-hole and a really, really good defender. I like it off the bench. You have Arenado. I would try to build Arenado up and replace Batista with him. Goldschmidt at first, very solid, rounded hitter. Carpenter at second should have some versatility and okay hitting. Tulo at short, pretty rounded as well. And Cano at second, a power hitter, lefty off the bench. So again, I would probably put Arenado at third, try to get a true left fielder. Specifically a Ryan Braun, maybe. He has a 100 throw for you? Okay. To me, I'd rather have like S-grade defense at third than whatever Batista's going to have. But if he can do it for you, he can. I'll look up Batista, then I'll look up lefty relievers, and then maintenance will hit. Jose Bautista is 2013, right? 2013. Okay, I can see that, but he has F-grade defense. To me, F-grade defense is a red flag. Okay, Sports Winners 2. That's you, Chris. Good to know. Good to know. I think I reviewed you previously, but I'll get you back on the list. Get you back on there for the future. Nathan, welcome to the stream. Here for the last couple minutes before maintenance. Maintenance might actually start a minute early knowing Gameville. Ooh, Boyer. I'm still trying to build him. I'll pick him up, even though I might not need him. I don't know if I'll actually ever use him on my team. Shoot, we're going to look for lefty relievers. Racine. How much this is? Plus 10. It's a little bit over 10 billion, but that would be a really nice plus 10. Otherwise, Cecil. Shoot. Like this 84 Cecil, 3.1 billion would actually be really solid too. What about Mike Minor? We want a reliever of him. 9.1 billion on that card, which would not be bad. Otherwise, 5.5 billion on another decent version of him. And a third version that's 3.6 billion. I'd probably get the 5.5 billion version myself. I think we're literally waiting on maintenance now. If anyone has the July Kepler, buying as many of them as I can. If not, no worries. I'll probably put on the community tab like, hey, anyone, I need Kepler. Because I am honestly trying to get him, but I understand at the same time, it's not going to be easy to get him. And now we got maintenance. So I timed that just about right. Timed it just about right. Now I can attend to some other stuff. Perfectly honest. I just didn't want to end it without a proper sign out. Join Discord. Yep, here, I'll link to the Discord. I will link right now. You guys should definitely join if you believe you're part of the Perfect Inning community. There's the link. We can keep the conversation rolling there. That being said, I am now going to properly outro this stream or video, depending how you're viewing it. So thank you to everybody who tuned in. Again, I'll be on Discord. I might be on Instagram a little bit, but mainly Discord. Yeah. Until next time, guys. And as always, peace out.